A massive data breach has exposed over 4 billion records tied to Chinese users, marking the largest known leak of personal data from a single source. The unsecured 631 gigabyte database was discovered by cybersecurity researcher Bob Dyachenko and the Cybernews team. This video is sponsored by Stonefly. More on that at the end of the video. Left open without any password protection, it was fully accessible to the public until it was taken offline shortly after discovery. The database consisted of 16 organized collections, each seemingly labeled by the type of data it contained. The largest, WeChat DB, held more than 805 million records, presumably WeChat user IDs and associated data. AddressDB followed with over 780 million records containing residential information and geographic markers. A bank collection exposed over 630 million entries, including names, phone numbers, birth dates, and payment card numbers. Another collection labeled with Mandarin terms contained more than 610 million three-factor identity records, possibly including national IDs, usernames, and phone numbers. Nearly 577 million entries appeared in the WeChat info collection, which may have included user communications or metadata. One labeled ZFBKT-DB had 300 million records linked to Alipay card and token information. Beyond these, additional collections included data tied to gambling activities, vehicle registrations, insurance, pension funds, employment records, and some Taiwan-related datasets. Altogether, the leak exposed names, national ID numbers, dates of birth, phone numbers, financial records from WeChat and Alipay, and sensitive communication or location data. The database had no authentication controls, no passwords, no firewalls, making it an open repository of personally identifiable information for hundreds of millions. Its structure and scale strongly suggest the data was compiled in a centralized manner, likely for surveillance, profiling, or data aggregation purposes. The level of technical organization implies that it may have been managed by a state-linked entity, threat actor, or commercial data broker. Attribution remains uncertain. No identifiable signatures, headers, or metadata point to a known entity, and the infrastructure supporting the breach was quickly dismantled after the discovery. This makes it nearly impossible to track the origin or intent behind the leak. The implications are severe. With the depth and diversity of exposed data, threat actors could launch widespread phishing campaigns, commit identity theft, execute financial fraud, or manipulate victims through blackmail and social engineering. Analysts also warn that such a dataset could be leveraged for intelligence operations or internal population profiling. Compared to previous incidents such as the Weibo or Didi breaches, this leak surpasses them in both volume and scope. It now stands as the largest known single-source leak of Chinese personal data ever recorded. According to a research team, the scale and coordination required to amass this level of data point toward a system designed not just for record-keeping, but for surveillance-grade profiling, raising serious concerns about how such data was gathered, who maintained it, and what it was meant for. And now a word from our sponsor. Get a 98 terabytes, Veeam-ready, air-gapped, and immutable backup and disaster recovery appliance for $9,995. Contact sales at stonefly.com for details. Subscribe for more cybersecurity news, and don't forget to like this video. Until next time.